Get the friends and family advantage and how you can ring in a safe New Year's. These stories and more coming up next on Sinai-Grace Today. Hello, I'm Melanie Moss. If you have a family member or friend who works for the DMC, invite them to join our Friends and Family program. The program offers great benefits at all DMC hospitals system-wide. As a part of this free program, you'll be able to see a DMC physician within 72 hours, get free valet parking, have a DMC staff member greet you when you are admitted, and receive a personal visit from a leadership team member if hospitalized. Check out Sinai-Grace.org for information on how to sign up. Sinai-Grace wants you to have a safe and joyous holiday season. So here are a few tips to keep you safe throughout the holidays. When you're shopping, it's always best to stay in a group and keep your credit cards and money tucked safely in a pocket or purse held closely to your body. Have your keys in your hands when walking through a parking lot, and always look at the person approaching you. And on New Year's Eve, designate that driver and keep your kids and pets away from fireworks. Keep it safe and happy holidays. And now let's go to Tina Taylor with some feature stories from this week. Tina?
From new leadership helping shape DMC's future to life-saving medical breakthroughs, it's an exciting time here at Sinai-Grace. We're happy to report 2 big pieces of news. First up, the DMC has just announced some new leadership changes to help accelerate the hospital system's growth as one of the most advanced healthcare providers in the state and the nation. Effective January 1st, 2012, Conrad Mallett will take over as DMC's Chief Administration Officer, and Dr. Reginald Eadie will become president of DMC Sinai-Grace Hospital. I had a chance to speak to Dr. Eadie about his new role as the president of Sinai-Grace, the road that led him here, and his plans for his first days in office. Dr. Eadie, first off, welcome to Sinai-Grace.
Thank you.
I know that you grew up right here in this neighborhood. Tell me how that's going to lend itself to leading this hospital in this community.
Well, yeah, I actually grew up just a couple miles away from here, so I spent the majority of my life with Sinai-Grace being my neighborhood hospital. And so what sort of lends to me being a leader, you know, my story is that, wow, at Pastor Elementary, I think I was in the 4th grade, I told a teacher that I actually wanted to be a physician. She sort of did her best to discourage me to not do so, which really served as some ammunition for me to really want to get it done. Went away to middle school, which is a few miles away from here as well, maintained that goal in life. Got to high school, which was Cass Tech, and we actually had a curriculum, which was we called pre-med there. Completed that, went away to college, came back home. And so this is my neighborhood, I am this neighborhood is me, it made me the person that I am. And what a blessing it is for me to now be able to continue to serve the very community that made me the person that I am today.
Dr. Eadie, an emergency medicine physician, began his medical career as a medical resident within the DMC. He became president of Detroit Receiving in 2010 and oversaw tremendous growth in patient care as well as structural improvements. And now his move to DMC Sinai-Grace Hospital is both an opportunity to help the hospital continue the growth started under Conrad Mallett and to serve the Northwest Detroit community where Dr. Eadie grew up.
My DMC family, if you will, sort of raised me both medically and academically. So from a medical standpoint, I went to Wayne State School of Medicine, went just across the street from there to Detroit Receiving Hospital where I did my residency in emergency medicine. So that was a proud accomplishment of mine. So Mrs. Phillips, we did it. And then I came to Sinai-Grace actually. I've been on staff here since 1998. And so again, the irony behind the whole thing is that sort of went from resident to president here in my own community. Academically, I have always been in some academic role for most of my medical professional career. I recently, most recently, was at Detroit Receiving Hospital as president. That's not the neighborhood I grew up in, so I'm excited about coming here and being able to provide the services and serve the community there. Prior to that, I was at Harper Hospital as the vice president of medical affairs. And so now that's how, you know, this DMC family has raised me both medically and academically. So it's exciting, very exciting.
And looking forward to the next, say, 30, 60, or 90 days, tell me about what one or two of your goals might be.
Wow, okay, good question. So number one is going to be getting out into the community and finding out what it exactly needs from Sinai-Grace in terms of medical services. So I've got to hear from the community so they can tell and teach me how to be the best hospital president I possibly can. And then second, and of equal importance, is talking to the staff here, the employees. You know, sitting down with various employees to find out, you know, what resources, additional resources they need so that they can do a better job. And in addition to talking to the employees, I will be talking to patients, which will be both a representation of how the employees are interacting with them and, again, a representation of the community. So that'll be my immediate focus.
Again, thank you so much and welcome to Sinai-Grace.
Thank you very much.
Conrad Mallett and Dr. Eadie have both held a wide spectrum of leadership roles at the DMC over many years. That trend continues today as they prepare to take on responsibilities that align their past service with the new value they bring to DMC's future. The future is also looking bright for patients battling with irregular heartbeats. A brand new device is revolutionizing the treatment of this sometimes fatal condition. DMC Sinai-Grace was the first healthcare facility in Michigan to successfully resynchronize a patient's heartbeat using a breakthrough pacemaking device. The new Unified Quadra pacemaker is the smallest pacemaking device and the only 4-electrode pacing system available. I sat down with Dr. Siddiqui, Sinai-Grace's chief of cardiology, who performed the surgery, to learn more about this new medical breakthrough.
A pacemaker is a small device that was invented, at least 30, 40 years ago. This is to treat patients who have slow heart rates. The slow heart rates either can be related to the patient's own pacemaker failing or as a result of conduction abnormalities in which the electrical conduction is not flowing properly from top to bottom portion of the heart. So those are the conditions in which a pacemaker is very helpful. A biventricular defibrillator is a super device. It acts as a pacemaker, it acts as a defibrillator, it acts as a heart failure device. As you know, there are about 5 million patients in this country with heart failure. And out of those 5 million, at least there are 1 million patients that need a biventricular defibrillator. So in a biventricular defibrillator, you try to resynchronize the right lower and the left lower portion of the heart. These are the right ventricle and the left ventricle. So we put the leads into the right ventricle and the right atrium the traditional way. In addition to that, through this vein of the heart called as the coronary sinus, we place a lead going onto the top of the left ventricle so that these two act together in synchrony again, okay? That way you can get the blood out in a fashion in which it was designed to. So that really helps in resynchronization of the heart. In experienced hands, it's a very easy surgery to perform. At Sinai-Grace, we have been offering this surgery since 2004. We had remarkable success. And what this lead adds to the procedure is versatility. We had only one chance of doing surgery on this patient. We wanted him to have the best options as far as stimulating the left side goes. We had a remarkable outcome in this patient, actually. You know, he went from being on dobutamine to not being on dobutamine within 24 hours, and he was discharged home within 36 hours after the procedure. It does make a huge difference in patient's life, okay? There are a lot of times in which patients that were referred for a biventricular defibrillator, they were on hospice care or they were on transplant list, and we were able to take them out of this hospice and transplant list. And a number of patients have, gone on and lived a fruitful life for the next 5 to 7 years, if not longer. It's better to offer a lot of new procedures for, our patients over here, so it's very exciting.
The Unified Quadra pacemaking device is the latest addition to a comprehensive heart health program here at Sinai-Grace. If you would like to make an appointment with a Sinai-Grace heart specialist, call 313-966-4800. I'm Tina Taylor for Sinai-Grace Today.
Hello, my friends. Conrad here. And I bring you that greeting perhaps for the last time as the president of Sinai-Grace Hospital. I've been with you and you've been with me for the last 8 years. And we have produced a product that I don't think anyone in the community in August of 2003 thought seriously you and I together were capable of. We took a hospital that was losing $18 million a year and thrust it forward into financial stability. We took a hospital whose reputation in the community was nil, and now we have national recognition for our quality, for our customer service, and for our medical capability. Each and every one of you can take pride in the fact that you are a member of a world-class team that is capable of consistently delivering excellence. And that remains our greatest challenge, doesn't it? You and I, and now just you, will have to figure out with our new leader, Dr. Reginald Eadie, the way that we can sustain what we know our performance can be over longer and longer and longer periods of time. We have great days, we have great weeks, we've even had great months. The thing we need now is a great year upon great year upon great year. And you're capable of that. Each and every one of you have in your heart and in your mind all that you need to continue to make this hospital great. So I'd ask you, as part of my legacy, to do the best you can each day and to get better each day. You, in essence, are the thing that I leave behind that I am the most proud of. Each and every one of you who has done so much to make Sinai-Grace the most important institution in Northwest Detroit. Thank you very, very, very much for this opportunity. I have done my best work here, and it's because of each and every one of you. And all I can say is to each of you, thank you, and thank you.
For these stories and more, you can visit our Facebook and YouTube pages for every episode of Sinai-Grace Today. I'm Melanie Moss. Thanks for watching.